All right, test one, two, three, test one, two, three. We are all good to go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day here. Of course, it's not a good day because Bitcoin is going down, but I do think there's still a lot to talk about here today because, of course, how much further are we going down, that type of stuff. How much further do altcoins have to go down because we talked about a lot of them being at levels of resistance yesterday. And then on top of that, just following up from that election night debacle here because it seems like there's been some more movement on that train. And, whenever we see something like this happening, it just has to be a crazy experience. I don't know how we, I don't know what exactly is going to happen here, but it's definitely shaking up the system right now because not just crypto's down today, the entire market's down. The Dow is down, the Nasdaq's down, the SPY is down. Everything is down quite a bit. Not a whole bunch, I would say, for the stock market, but it never really has to move all too much to get crypto moving in a single direction. So, hey, Umbrella, happy to see you. Sushi Sniper Striker, happy to see all of you guys here. I will be wearing my suit. So I can't stream Saturday because I'm going to be wearing the suit at a private event. I will be streaming with it on Monday. So Monday is when I'll start using the suit quite a bit more. I'm probably going to wear the trousers too just because like the suspenders and whatnot. But yeah, you guys will see me in different suits and different shirts quite a bit more here, which would be kind of fun. So get ready for that type of stuff. And hey 88 Chrome Dome, I'm going to do a few things here. I'm going to give Loki a treat first of all. Let me make sure my big head is over here first. There you go. So you guys, oh, that was fast. All right, well, you guys can see Loki. He'll look into your souls. Oh, you got a little bit of hamburgers though. There you go. Ready? There you go. See, he was just here for the treat. He didn't even want pets. Now he gets the pets over here. All right, but yeah, hope you guys are all doing okay. Really, the gist of today's video, since it is kind of a Friday here, and I'm going to be gone for most of the night, is basically just giving you guys a recap of what we've been talking about maybe where Bitcoin's going to be going here. Because we do have some support levels worth looking at, but they're more of moving averages and not of your typical support level, like, oh, the last level of resistance from a long time ago that's turned into a level of support. Not that type of stuff. It's part of it, but you guys get the point I'm trying to make. And then, yeah, we're going to try to follow up here with a little bit of stuff about Joe Biden and Donald Trump because I just don't. Last night, we watched the debate. There was, rightfully so, a bunch of freaking out over that debate. Earlier, a couple hours ago, I got a text from Twitter basically saying, hey, it looks like Obama went to go visit Biden at the White House today. If you're asking me, I don't think Biden is going to give up the race. I think he's too stubborn for that, as most old men are. Well, not me, I'm not old, but they are very stubborn here. So I'm curious to see if I can learn anything more about that. I just hopped down actually X a few seconds ago, and one of the first things I actually saw was Barack Obama actually had a post a couple hours ago, and he was saying that bad debate nights happen. I don't think this was like a bad one. I think this was like a dumpster fire because I think it felt like his cognitive ability wasn't there. It'd be one thing if you were kind of studying and kind of rambling on because that's what fucking Trump does. Trump doesn't give a really banger, debate style, in my opinion, but it was much better than what Biden gave out because I don't think Trump left people thinking, oh, I don't think that guy can actually like do the day-to-day operations of the country. Biden, like, I'm actually wondering who's actually keeping shit up to date right now because it's after that thing last night, not good. But Obama did say this, bad debate nights happen, trust me, I know, but this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who only cares about himself. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong, and will give it to the American people straight, and someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit. Last night didn't change that, and it's why so much more is at stake in November. Oh, he put the link in there to plug it to try to get more donations. I don't know how you get donations after that. I don't know how you get donations. I'm sure they're there. I'm sure people like sympathy donations, but I don't know. It was rough, guys. I think you guys all know it was rough. Now, this is just my personal feed here, which is going to be a lot more crypto and politics stuff, but Trump is trending right now. America, Supreme Court, Democrats, Congress. Jesus. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on today, guys. So we'll talk about a bunch of that stuff. And then I'll probably leave the stream in about an hour and a half or something like that. And we'll be talking about the new type of content I'm putting out too. More of the personality type stuff here. All right, so let me get this moving on here. My lab's name is Lucky. That's a nice name right there. I wish Loki was lucky. I wish he was lucky. He's more of a nuisance, which is why he's low-key. You better give my boy a treat. He got his treat. He got his treat. Don't worry about it, Ave. He's been doing good. And thanks for re-signing up for the membership, man. I appreciate it. And then the golf swing and stuff like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's even the prettiest golf swing, but you know what? When you're older, I guess you got to do certain things. I'm trying to find one of Biden here. This was shocking. This was actually shocking here from the debate last night. Who won the debate? Biden 33%, Trump 67%. Usually this is like completely reversed, where like 60% are saying Trump lost, and then the rest saying that Biden won. So just kind of an interesting time out there today, and I'm hoping that we'll see how this all gets spiced up, right? Now, let me move something over here very fast, just for my own peace of mind. There we go. All right. Good to see you start a stream early. Oh, yeah, I have to today because Bitcoin's actually making its move down. Before we go over to Bitcoin very fast, the overall market is down. The Russell 2000 is actually up, and so is the VIX, obviously, for the volatility. But not much craziness happening. There was some Supreme Court news that came out. I think that's fine. That was more random stuff I don't usually care about too much. Maybe if you follow the January 6th stuff, I think that was important to you guys, but I don't care. The Biden debate flop leads Democrats to call for a new nominee, but replacing him is tough to do. I don't think there was enough time to replace him. I don't think there's enough time. Unless there was already a plan in place as a contingency, I don't think there's enough time. And I don't think there was that plan ahead of time contingency-wise. I don't think so. If Joe Biden does decide to step down as president, or not president, to not run again, I think it would have to be Governor Newsom or the Kathy Hochul person from, I think, in Michigan or Wisconsin, one of those, blue wall seats they always talk about. But yeah, it's definitely a struggle there. It's definitely a struggle. So I'm curious to see how all that will pan out. I think the safe plan would be to go with Gavin Newsom. I would say Gavin Newsom, probably that person. And then finally, right here, Nike, their CEO John Donahoe, I don't know, comes under fire from Wall Street with stock down 20%. I haven't been holding Nike for a while because typically the people that buy Nike are those with less income. Typically, there are a lot of people that own some really nice Nike shoes. I got to say that. But what I've been seeing is those are the people that don't have money because their grocery bills went sky high. We talked about this earlier. Why would I be investing in these companies? And I think a lot of Wall Street just follows that same type of mentality. Where is the money flowing? Oh, it's going here. Okay, I will go put my money and invest in those companies. Nike is not where I feel like, oh yeah, there's tons and tons of growth opportunities in a short amount of time. I don't think so. What's this one right here? Oh, President Biden visits New York City for Stonewall National Monument Visiting Center opening. I mean,
Madam Secretary.
See, you're much more lively today.
Hello, hello, hello.
They fixed up his voice a lot.
Thank you. Please.
Okay, I don't actually want to watch a Stonewall thing. I really don't care. But yeah, sounds a little bit better. But yeah, last night he sounded like complete shit. Going back over to crypto, we got the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minutes. You can see right here, I don't know what the heck this trend line is supposed to be from Lux Algo. It's kind of just broken. There it is. That's what it's supposed to be right there. You can see where the breakdown earlier followed by the change of character here. Because the 4 hour we're still in a bearish change of character, actually, as you can see right here, still bearish. That was actually a nice little day trade for those of you guys who wanted to take it. The daily chart is still ultimately bearish, but I'm going to show you guys everything going on right now. Just starting off with that weekly chart, just so we know, because again, we previously broke down below the 20-week moving average. Things are still bearish right now. I hate saying it because it's true. I guess where I think the big debate is right now is, has Bitcoin reached a cycle high, or are we going to continue to go higher sometime in 2024, 2025? Or are we not going to break all-time highs until like 2026 or 2027? I'm of the camp that I think we are going to have another rally here eventually. But it almost feels like we're going to have to go through some pain, kind of like this one back over here. Not a flush dump like that, because we've actually had a good opportunity of stabilizing. You see how we take the stairs up here, take the stairs? There was no freaking stairs on this time. The first stair is right there, and that's where we fell. The first stair right now is back over here, and that's maybe at 51,000 if things get really, really bad. We'll of course have to see, because this is all led by economic data, unlike this, which was led by I don't know, unlimited amounts of money coming from the government. But at this point, everything is still bearish as far as the weekly chart, oscillators, everything's still bearish. Where I think we still have some optimism, not much, but we have optimism, is what happens on the daily chart. You'll see right here that we actually do have the 200 daily moving average right here. This is a level of support that is currently at 57,914, or you might just want to think of that as being around 58,000, make life a little bit easier for you guys. 58,000. Right now, Bitcoin's at 60,000, 60,200 or so. You back up a little bit, you can see there's this large level of support, and this is what we're basically trying to hold on to right now. As long as we don't start breaking back down below this level of support, I'm actually not too concerned about Bitcoin. I'm just going to continue to start dollar cost averaging here and making some small moves, bit by bit. But when I say dollar cost averaging, it definitely has been an averaging market here. If you guys want to day trade, like we talked about before, you're definitely going to be looking for more short activity here than long activity. And I think that still remains to be the case. Where I think, honestly, I kind of just alluded to this a little bit more, where you might get a little bit more cautious about those. Just like when you go long, you have to be careful and understand where those levels of support and resistance are. And at this point in time, you guys can clearly see there's a level of support right around here. And so you have to be careful about how you want to short into this. Just like when we had our buy signal over here and it took up, there was obviously that level of resistance up there, and that kind of made things a little bit more difficult. If you guys are actually looking to make some money that's maybe a little bit more consistent over the next few weeks, I might actually just take a pause here, unless you guys are more adept to shorting. When I think about different opportunities for long traders, I'm waiting to see if we bounce here. We start holding up again, maybe above 58,000, 56,000, somewhere along those lines. And where we start to see the MACD, stochastic, and RSI all point to something more of a bullish move here, which we typically don't have. Remember, I know it's painful to try to trade during these opportunities because within these, you can see change of character here, everything is bearish. There are moves that actually pop us up a little bit for a few days at a time. This one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. There was a lot of crazy volatility here, but it lasted about 5 days of opportunities for you guys to do some day trades. However, it was not really the best opportunity, so if you guys didn't know what you guys were doing, you guys might have thought, oh, we're going to the moon, when in reality, we just came back up to a level of resistance and got pummeled back down. I think if you guys want to try that, you can. It's very hard to guess the bottoms on these typically. But once we have everything being green on the daily chart, green, 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 plus a change of character, you can see that life gets a little bit easier, if you will. And that's the way I'm going to approach this market going forward. We're still bearish at this point, and I know it kind of sucks. Trust me, I know that. However, I think if we still hold for maybe about a week or so left here, I think we started about 2 weeks. It's been almost been about there. I think we have an opportunity to get the RSI crossing over, the MACD crossing over, and the weekly chart just going back into maybe neutral territory. Right now, we're kind of neutral bearish. And I say neutral bearish because the oscillators are all pointing to bearish, but the change of character obviously is all bullish here. As long as we can stay kind of within that path, I'm okay with doing some more trades here. But right now, it's definitely much more of a, let's just kind of be patient to watch this, wait this out. We were actually hoping for today, earlier, or you could say yesterday, breaking above this level of resistance and having that be the change of character on the 4-hour chart that leads to a change of character on the daily chart, which leads to better stuff overall for us for going along. Right now, this is definitely still going to be a short seller's market here. But it looks like we definitely want to make a higher low here. That's my goal at this point for this. Can we make a higher low, bounce off of some support over here, and then make a move higher? I'm hoping that's the case. So over the next few days, since I'm going to be gone tomorrow with I have a public speaking event, what I'm going to do is I would actually have this on your chart right here, just drawing that up. And then basically once we find some support over here, wait for that breakout. That breakout is probably what you're going to want to trade, as long as the 4-hour oscillators and the daily oscillators look respectable. It's a little bit more difficult, obviously, because you're basically looking for the oscillators on the 4-hour chart. You're looking to trust those before the dailies even turn around. So you see this right here. See how we have that change of character? Everything's bullish on the 4-hour chart. But if I were to put this right here, go to daily chart, you You see how it already you're buying right there at the end of the day if you try to do that at all. But when you go over here to the oscillators doesn't even turn green until right there. So at this point, if you're gonna go with that, just have a stop loss, and I think you guys are gonna be fine. I would wait for that change of character though before you try to go gung ho. In, out, 24 to 30 hours. I think you guys are gonna be fine. But let that change of character manifest itself just a little bit here, and I think we're gonna be okay. How about we get an economist for president who has a team they built for years, know exactly how to run a country? What do you call? I mean, I would be curious to see if we could actually get an economist to become president, because usually economists aren't the most charismatic of people, right? And people want to be wooed. Like if you gave Americans a competent president or somebody who they just kind of vibed with, they're gonna choose somebody who they vibe with. And it's weird to say that, but America, we're all about vibes. It's a lot about vibes over here. Maybe over time things will maybe change, but I mean, I don't know if you guys look at European news. Oh, what the Europeans were saying about us was, they're making fun of us. Some European news outlets are spinning this as it wasn't really a bad night, but like even the more like moderate ones, that usually don't like Trump, they're like, what the fuck was that? It was bad. But times will get better for a lot of people out there. As far as the rest of the market, though, I think this is where the concern comes into effect. Remember, we spent about maybe only 10 minutes yesterday talking about how a lot of these tokens were at levels of resistance, and if they started to break out above those levels of resistance, they'd be good opportunities to buy. Well, unfortunately, they never actually had a chance to break through because Bitcoin started to come back down, and you saw those things start to get hit hard. A couple of those things like Bonk, daily chart right here. No, Bonk was the one that broke out. Oh, I guess Bonk hit that level of resistance there. Where was it at? Whiff? Was it Whiff it? Yeah, Whiff right there. Yeah. So you're kind of seeing that hit right now. I think altcoins may be looking for some higher lows here. I'm not entirely sure just yet, but look at the daily charts, a lot of these things, they've actually managed to turn around. They just haven't done the change of character part here, which is why I'm not like going all in. Only thing I've been doing with these is some dollar cost averaging. But just look at this very fast. Ethereum rejected. Solana right now coming back down. Had a good pop, even though I had a really bad drop. Still doing okay. I should actually... Let's get rid of all that for now. Too much stuff on the screen. It looks like things for Solana. There we go. Whenever that breakout happens, that's when everything's going to go sky high. Solana is one of those things where it actually has a pretty decent support level, if you ask me. Don't got to play around with it too much. Just kind of wait for this, and I'll be happy. If it comes back down, I'll be just as happy. But again, altcoins, they're all having more bullish signals here. It's Bitcoin that's not actually having any bullish signals, which is kind of a pain in the butt here. Things like Book of Meme coming back down, but still a lot of these altcoins are not near the lows. What you're seeing a lot close to these lows here over the recent months, of course, is much more of Bitcoin here. So I'm curious to see what may happen if Bitcoin does take another low move. Things like Popcat are still rising higher here. XLM is up a teeny bit today. MOG is down quite a bit. Turbo's down quite a bit. But there are tokens out there, still holding on, I would say. Maybe holding on for dear life, but they are holding on here. Maybe I'll have to buy some more PHA here since it's such a low valuation. I initially bought it way back over here. I sold part of it over here. I sold part of it over here because I was like, oh, damn, this thing is really going down. But I totally failed on selling it up here. There we go. Alrighty, let's push that over very fast, and I think we're going to be good. Gap to 58K. I think we're going to 58. I mean, that's the next level of support that I can see right now, so I can definitely agree with part of that. I'm just hoping we have some news. Actually, we did have PCE news today, didn't we? Yeah. Key Fed measure shows inflation rose 2.6% in May from a year ago as expected. The core personal consumption expenditures price index increased just seasonally adjusted to 0.1% for the month and was up 2.6% from a year ago. May marked the lowest annual rate since March of 2021, which was the first time in this economic cycle that inflation topped the Fed's 2% target. Personal income rose 0.5% for the month, stronger than the 4. That's what caused the issue here. That's what caused the issue. Personal income rose 0.5% on the month, stronger than the 0.4% estimate. Consumer spending, however, increased 0.2%, weaker than the 3.3% forecast. So I'm wondering if the market is going to try to throw a tissy fit here to get Jerome Powell to start cutting rates a little bit earlier. And, you know, after Joe Biden's performance, I wonder if the markets are just a little bit more spooked about what's going on as a whole. If we start to go into some economic spiral, it's not like Biden's not going to be able to lead us out of such a thing, right? So we'll have to keep track of that. Let me go over here. Let's see. Let me see how the dollar index is doing right now. 545 last night. Was this that was during the debate, wasn't it? Yeah. So something about that debate caused things to kind of spike up a little bit. I don't know, formed a double top, got, you know, put back to normality here. But during the news this morning, we actually went down, then spiked back up, then went back down. So almost something more of a nothing burger here as far as I'm looking at with some of this, how the dollar reacted to it. What I think we need to still worry about is, can the dollar index continue to climb like it has been, or if we're going to break down? Because we've had some times, like you can see right here on the daily chart or the 4-hour chart, where it looks like we've broken down a while, but as soon as you go back over to that weekly chart where things kind of matter because it's a little bit of a different time frame, you know, I'm really hoping this is the top here, because that would signal to me something more of a bottom for Bitcoin, which I'm hoping is the case. But I don't think that top is going to be confirmed until Jerome Powell comes out and says something pretty optimistic here. I think that's going to be the concern here. Slowly rolling into altcoin season. Yeah, let us go in there slowly. I mean, more opportunities to buy different tokens here. I'm trying to go on Bluefin, and I'm trying to look at all the tokens they have on there, because so many of them are just low market caps that I'm trying to think about, do I even want to do 1x futures or 2x futures? Maybe I'll just stick with 1x with a lot of them and just see if they go up thousands of percent. I'll still make thousands of bucks, right? But I want to see how that how that works out first. But yeah, right now the dollar index is at a big level of resistance. You guys can kind of see that. Maybe I'll zoom in for you guys just a little bit. However, all the oscillators are still kind of bullish on this one for the weekly chart. Daily, still pretty bullish here, but they're teetering a little bit. They're teetering. You can see how we're not just going straight up, how we are chilling. I'm hoping that this is going to be the case for us to actually come back down. It's not going to happen this week, though, since today is Friday. It's going to happen sometime, probably sometime mid next week, I would say, if we're going to have anything bad happen. And then there's the political news as well, which could lead to some more bombshells as we're kind of going through everything. Because when you go down this list and you kind of see everything that happened, let me see. Let me watch already some of these videos. America. There was some, actually, let me go over here. There was some news earlier, right? There was some news, and I remember record usage of X during the president. Oh, I bet there was. CNN did not want people to stream it on YouTube at all, but Elon was like, go fuck yourself. It's also Elon Musk's birthday, actually, today, too. So he'll be having some fun times. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. So, Justin, the SEC sues, I can't pronounce that, alleging MetaMask is an unregistered securities broker. Like, how could I vote for Joe Biden if that's the way his SEC is carrying shit out? I mean, like, there are so many ways he can pivot his positions. Like, being pro-crypto isn't going to cost Joe Biden all too much. I don't think it is at all. But if he wants somebody like my vote, who's much more of a moderate guy, who's just much more interested in like having some type of stability out there so I can keep making my money, this is not the way to go about it. Although we all have different viewpoints. You guys can vote for Biden or Trump or RFK or Jill Stein or Cornel West. You guys can vote for whoever you want to. But what do you call him? Oh, man, I'm hoping he can just stop doing it, right? 21 shares officially files for the spot Solana ETF. Dude, Solana and Ethereum, they are going to be, they're just going to be so good. I'm going to continue to add up on a lot of those because remember, Bitcoin itself had a huge rally besides just what the altcoins did. Ethereum is going to go crazy. Solana is going to go crazy. During these dips is a great opportunity to buy up even more. In fact, let me go over here to Fairdesk. Actually, I think I can toss in a couple $100 into each one of these right now. Now, The Ethereum one, maybe not as much. Yeah, Ethereum I have a 4x leverage on this sucker, so let me in fact just add $100 in here. Because, you know, again, 4x is still dangerous if you do use it for too long. Let's go long, and then where's my Solali Solly? There you go, Solana. Oh, Solana's down 6% today too. Oh, the pain. I don't even think I have a position open in Solana on this account though. I mean, I guess might as well. I mean, right? Let's, oh, not a 20x. No, they always try to trick me right there. Let's go with the 2x leverage. Let's go with the $400 position here. It's a little, no, we'll start off with 200. It's just a little overbought right now for me to really want to toss some money in there, you know? It might have to consolidate a little bit more, and I think at $200 is probably a good place to start, though. And that should be okay. And we still have some positions that are up, which is kind of surprising because we got a lot of stuff that's down, obviously, because the way the market's been going. Costs is up 23%. So I bought this a few days ago. Now, when I see something like this, costs, and it's only up $2. I didn't add enough money in here. Shit. When I see something like this, I'm thinking of selling at this point, right? But I didn't really add enough money in here to do so. But I'm gonna close it anyway. And I just gotta start investing more money in here. I would say maybe for each token, it'll be something more of a $50 minimum. That way I'm not stuck getting small profits. Because what I want to do is when these things have these random pops like that, I obviously just want to sell for a short amount of time because again, Bitcoin's not making that juicy move. And if Bitcoin's not doing anything great, I doubt these tokens are going to be able to sustain something great for long. So I'm going to keep on doing that. I don't think anything else is really making big moves here. People token. I bought it a few days ago. It's doing okay. I can hold on to that one for a while. Again, a lot of these are dollar cost averages, but once they hit a certain percentage level, I feel like I should sell. And nothing else is doing too great there as well. So I'll keep track of this. I'll be doing a little bit more larger positions though going forward. I'm not going to re-add to stuff if I've already only have $20. I'll just sell it when it's up and kind of rinse and repeat here. And then there's different things out there like Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. I'll just kind of hold those because I have some high expectations. Bitcoin, just because again it's Bitcoin, and the Solana, Ethereum ETFs are gonna be juicy. There you go. Woof woof Loki. Hi Michael. Hey Kilo, happy to see my man. I don't even know where Loki's at right now. He was here. I think my sister's doing something outside, so he's probably out there with her. Dollar going to $149. What's that right now? $149. 149. When's the last time we were at 149? Were we ever at 149? Way back over here in the 80s. Oh, you're anticipating something really crazy happening. I don't think Jerome Powell will let it get that bad. I don't think he'll do that at all. But if you want to get that serious, we're going to have to start breaking out above 120. If the dollar's at 120, you know, Bitcoin's at $30,000 at that point, though. So let's really hope that doesn't come to pass here. This has definitely been much more of a boring market, I would say, right? Oh, that being said, I was talking with one of the guys over at the Bitcoin Nashville team, right? He says it's absolutely packed this year. And so things are getting really, really exciting for them because all the media, like there's not even any more media passes available to go there. I have my media pass because I signed up for a while ago. But yeah, definitely was a crazy time for the markets over there. And hey, Kilo, happy birthday, Elon. I know, right? Alien. What do you call? I wonder. No, none of the Elon tokens are moving up today. Mostly because Bitcoin's coming down. You know. But what do you call? Yeah, it's Elon's birthday. I don't even know if anybody's talked about it really. I think I saw some tweets about it originally. Stories for me. SECU's okay, yeah. Biden's debate performance sparks concern. North Korea executives youth for K-pop listening. Wait. Oh, executes youth. Oh my God. Holy crap. RFKI's Biden 2024 nomination. Oh, can you imagine if he steps in to fill the void? Newsom would just be pissed. So, okay. So this right here, I'm not going to listen to it, but what do you call it? Folks, I might not walk as easily or talk as smoothly as I used to. I might not debate as well as I used to, but what I know is how to tell the truth. He actually told a shit ton of lies, just like Trump did last night. Even the CNN fact checkers came after him. He said nobody died under his administration so far, like the military. There's been military people that have died, unfortunately. So he also told a bunch of lies. I don't know how this is going to work out, but yeah. Whoosh, I don't know. Yeah. If you're watching Biden right now, it's obvious that last night he was under the weather. It's simple as that. The idea that, see, there's a whole machine here to kind of make you forget what you saw. And that machine, I think, is an effective machine at that. Because, again, it's just the way that money flows in the country. But yeah, I don't even know. Just definitely a wild time here. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. It's definitely just going to be a shit show here. But again, you know, we'll see. Kamala Harris is president. Oh, yeah. I forgot that Kamala Harris would be next up. So anything else here that was actually doing good? COVID, Drake, Black, Holy, Amen. There's so much random shit being talked about on X today. Let's just watch Bitcoin for a little bit and see if it's going to be coming down even more or not. And hey, Ferran, happy to see you. What's your opinion about FTMO? I have no idea what it is. If you can explain it, I could probably talk about it. Oh, you were outside, weren't you, boy? Here, Kilo wants to say hello. Hey, come here. Oh, yeah. You're breathing heavily. Yeah. Oh, you got slobber on my microphone. Hey. Want to get head twitches? No. No. He's running off because he thinks he can get back outside, I think. There we are. All right. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Loki says hello. With his slobbery, Oh, see, now he's back. Oh, yeah, he's back with a toy. Anyway, yeah, I'm losing my train of thought here a little bit more. But yeah, things are working out okay for Joe Biden, I think, today. Again, horrible last night, but that machine is working overtime. They're really trying to spin that shit, and I don't know if they're going to be able to. I think what's going to matter is what polls say over the next few days. Because there's a lot of people like me who don't watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. We don't watch it daily, but we just kind of tune into these big events every now and again. And I think if you tune into that big event, you're pretty like, whoa, what the fuck's going on type of stuff. Oh, now he's passed out behind me. All right. If you guys have any questions on any particular tokens, give me the tickers and I can try to help you out, or just make the question specific and whatnot. I'm going to see what's actually bouncing off right now. So the Akash network is actually up 8% today. Aave's up a little bit here. Tron is up a teeny bit. Mostly everything else is not doing crazy. Lido DAO's down 17%. Book of Meme down 10. Dogworth Hat down 9, 10%. ENA is down 10 and Near Protocols are down 8. I don't know. Altcoin is down 8% as well. So yeah, everything's pretty much taking a pretty big hit. I think where you just have to figure out, you know, your mind has to transition into that long-term mentality where like, okay, dollar cost averaging, see what happens next. Okay, you okay? Okay, yeah, go drink some water. Oh, you just want butt scratches? Okay, but yeah, go drink some water. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Probably has some grass or something in his teeth. He doesn't like it. Dogworth Hat is still up over 1,000%. Pepe still up 784%. Floki. These meme tokens have actually been something insane all to themselves. I've been very curious about these ones. Oh, and if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit subscribe. I'm close to 100,000 subscribers. I think I can get there tonight or tomorrow. And then Sunday, if we're there by Sunday, which I think we will, I'll actually, even though it's my day off, I will stream with you guys and I'll just smoke a couple cigars with you, have some nice scotch or something, and have a good day. Maybe I'll get some Double Oak, Woodford Reserve. I enjoy that stuff a lot. Or maybe some McCallahan. I'm not entirely sure. But it'll be some good stuff. Floki's still up 300%. Jasmine's still up 300%. Pendle 300%. Toncoin 200, right? So, you know, there's still a lot of stuff. On the top 100, I don't think you're going to see too much. That's down quite a bit, right? You see this type of stuff year to date. These are some of the older ones, I think, like EGLD, Bitcoin SV. God, I haven't traded Bitcoin SV in a long time. Have you guys? Do you guys hold some of that? Celestia, actually, there's more than I thought actually down here right now. I guess that's probably from the last couple weeks, isn't it? Arbitrum's down 50%, Optimism's down 50%, SCI down 40, Ordi down 50, Quant down 46. Matic, my beloved Matic right here, down 42%, still not that good. And that's the 17th highest market cap after all. I am hoping that we do have some better things happening there. As much as I like Matic, you know, I'm not dollar cost averaging as much into that as I used to. I know it'll turn me a profit during this altcoin cycle, but you know, you look at something like Matic. Sorry for the voice, guys. I myself am a little thirsty, and I do have water here, so I should probably just drink it. You know, you pull up some Matic here, go to the monthly chart. Oh, you know, I've been buying, and I really haven't seen much return on my investment. I'm almost concerned that I should actually add a stop loss for some of these longer term trades because it really hasn't netted much profit just yet. So I'm curious about these. And then if I did sell some of my Matic off with some type of temporary stop loss, I think what I would have to do from there on out is actually look to reallocate that into different tokens, something more new, or that's just had a better performance overall, right? Maybe to be simple, maybe I'll just invest it into Solana or something. But you can see we're just not doing so hot. The weekly chart kind of symbolizes that a little bit more. You can just see some of those support levels kind of added in. Weekly charts are all bearish. Monthly chart is all bearish as well. I'm really hoping that this can kind of sustain whatever storm is coming along. Things like Ethereum Classic, again from 2022, the bottom, we really haven't made so much of a higher move. I'm hoping we can, but it just hasn't been the case so far. So we may be seeing a changing of the old guard over this summer, where some of these tokens like Matic and whatnot, they come back down a little bit more gracefully, not crashing and burning, you know, but where new tokens come in and take their places, because I think that's becoming more and more likely of a chance here. Also, I'm going to build a new watch list, I would say, this Sunday. That's actually why I wasn't going to stream last Sunday. Even though I'm not working with streaming, I'm still working. And that's going to really be based off of page 2 and 3 of coinmarketcap.com. So if you guys want to get ahead of me there, going over here to page 2, the top market cap starts off at $653 million. Things like Rose, SNX, ZEC, Wormhole. I'm going to be looking at a lot of these and seeing if there's opportunities for me to buy more. Like MOG. I think MOG could do very, very good in the long term here, so I might add this to a watch list. AIOZ network has been doing fairly well overall. I might buy into this one here. Mantra up 1,000%, still 580 million market cap, still looking pretty good. Hopefully it comes back down a little bit more. Ape token, it's not even in the top 100 anymore. I don't even think you guys realize that. It's not. It's no longer. So, Pancake, Liver, 1 inch, a lot of stuff that we used to talk about quite a bit. It's been moved down to those second one. Compound, 417 million. That's not a big stock, but it usually has a big pop on Robinhood, which is why I like it. So, down here looking at some of these, and then of course, moving over here to the page 3, I think this is where things get a little bit more spicy though, and this is only because a few weeks ago, these were all actually much higher market caps, but because Bitcoin's been falling, everything's been going down, a lot of these tokens are kind of in a uh-oh position, I would say, right? Mike, Instagram started to pay people? Oh, maybe I should start doing more Instagram posts. I do have my Instagram thing right there, too, if you guys want to follow me. I usually just post myself smoking cigars and doing shit, so yeah, you guys will see more of that, I guess, later on, too. Okay, now look at this. I'm not even going to worry too much about the last 60 days and stuff. You guys can kind of see 1 hour, 24 hours, whatever. Don't worry about that. Just look at these market caps once we start getting down here towards the end. All right, these billion ones are kind of funky. They're not supposed to be there like that. But whatever. MAGA Trump, that's down 26% in the last 24 hours, by the way. And that's because it had a huge run up for it. And, now it's obviously just down quite a bit. Turbo down, Turbo is something I'm buying though, because again, it did a really good rally. I think it can go higher down the road. But these types of tokens here, I'm going to be looking for newer tokens that are kind of made 2023 and newer. And I'm going to be looking for opportunities there. I don't know how great they're going to perform, but usually there's a few opportunities here that I like to find. Meme coins over here, like this Ponk thing. Yeah, I'm buying some of that. This is on Blowfin, $175 million. This is like the reason I got into Blowfin with you guys. I want to buy those things. Mimble Wimble coin. I don't know about that one, but basically you can see the market cap start to get really low here, really, really low. If you guys are looking for something a little bit more risque, you could say, you can go over to page number 4, but after that you're getting below $100 million, right? There's some good stuff in, like, I own XAI. It hasn't really been the best thing year to date, but I own it. Slurf, another opportunity there. I mean, that's down 62% year to date, though. That one's pretty bad. Bitmart, 80% year to date. I don't know if you guys like exchange tokens. I typically do. Maybe I'll buy some of that. I got really lucky with the BitGet token back in the day. Omni Network, Sun, Symbol, Cockinu. I mean, what even happened to Cockinu? It used to be talked about all the time, and it just kind of fell through. Big Time, that was something I bought a while ago. I got burned on Big Time. I got burned on that thing. I was so hopeful and optimistic about it, but I just got slammed. When that money flew out, it just went out. You got another Trump token, MAGA, Terra Classic. People don't trade Terra Classic anymore. Milady token, I have some of that. That's $95 million market cap. So yeah, win is something right there that you guys may look at. So there's lots of opportunities, but it's just kind of a finding a place to buy them, I think, is where most people actually have those struggles, right? Let's see, why didn't I put my video on Instagram too? I don't know if I can stream on Instagram. Maybe I can. I can probably try to multi-stream. The big issue with me and multi-streaming right now is... Oh, hold on a second here. There you go. There was a fly on the wall, and I wanted to kill it. I don't like flies at all in my place. Sorry, I spooked Loki. The problem with multi-streaming to me, it's usually only one thing. What's the matter with you? Did you like inhale something you're not supposed to inhale? You okay? You need to get water. As you smile at me for a treat. Sorry. The problem I have with multi-streaming is it doesn't allow me to multi-stream in 4K. And I'm assuming because it would cost a lot of money, a lot of upload speed. Because right now, to upload to you guys, I need about 40,000 megabytes per second. And that's just streaming to YouTube. I pay a lot of money for my good internet so I can stream to you guys with that speed. Especially because I live out in more of a rural area. We don't have the high-speed downtown setups. We don't. And you guys have known in the past that my internet has been shitty at times to the point where I had to just like fucking scream like a fucking Karen for them to get things right, and they did. But I had to get the business people out here to do it because the regular standard people had no idea what the fuck they were doing. So it was bad. But you remember the guys' days of me streaming with you guys, and all of a sudden it was just like glitch out, cut out, and the stream would just end. Yeah, hasn't happened in a long time, has it? Because I went fucking ballistic on them. Anyway, the guy that fixed it got like a $20 tip though. He was happy with it. It's that upload speed. So if I do decide to multi-stream, which I'm leaning more towards, there are a few things that I have to do personally. I can no longer play music because the music that is appropriate for YouTube is not the music that's appropriate for Facebook and all that other type of stuff. So I'd have to wait on that. And then I believe I would just have to not stream in 4K anymore. I would have to stream in 1080p, which I think would be fine. I think it'd be fine. Then I have to read the regulations about where I can smoke and where I can't smoke on different places, which I don't think there's actually an issue there. So what I could do here is, you guys see this very fast. There is a button over here called like multi-stream mode or something like that. And so I can do that. And maybe I will have that set up down the road. I think I actually pay for it already through Streamlabs. Actually, here, let me see. Multi-stream, yeah. So I can go live, it looks like on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and X. Which I think is the place I can go. Oh, I see Kick logo right there, so maybe Kick as well. Yeah. So why don't I try and test that out on Monday? I'll do that on Monday. Sunday, it's gonna be the same type of membership stream only that I did last week. I think that one went actually pretty well. Unfortunately, Bitcoin was crashing, so that was a pain in the butt. But I do like those ones where it's members only, where I can just kind of rant for a little bit and go in-depth questions if you guys have them. Do I have this? Let me log in very fast and just see if I actually pay for this or not. I don't actually. Oh, jeez, I don't know my password. I don't log in to Streamlabs like this. I log into the software. A user with this email does not exist. For real? Oh, log in with YouTube. There you go. Let's see what I can pull up here. Multi-stream. Trying to figure if I pay for it or not. I'm not entirely sure. Dashboard. So I got myself an ultra membership. It cost me 19. I pay $19 a month for fucking nothing. Yeah, I should probably restream. I should probably restream right there. A multi-stream. So Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Trovo. I don't know what Trovo is. X. I can add destinations though. So if I got the name, the URL, on the stream cleat, I can actually stream in more places. I don't know if there's actually a limit to how many I can do. But let me test this out on Monday. We'll do a test. We'll see how it works out. And then we'll see. Because I have enough power to obviously stream 4K. Right now, it's actually alternating between like 35,000 kilobytes per second, all the way up to like 55. So the speed is there. But yeah, I'll look into that. I'll definitely look at that. FFIE YOLO play. It is a complete YOLO play. I bought some options for long term here. I bought 3 options. One expiring a couple weeks ago, one expiring today, and one expiring in August. The first 2 have gone to 0. Let me see right here. There we go. Let me check out Webull very fast. Webull. So today's the 28th. One's expiring today. That one's down 90%. All right. The one that expires in August is down about 40% so far. It's a huge gamble, but I mean, man, that thing I jumped up like 100% over the last few days. So, and I was still losing money. But my options have strikes at $100, not $100, right? So it's definitely gonna take maybe a little bit more than just going up to 60 cents or 70 cents to really get the thing to move up a little bit more. Mike, you're doing a simulcast on X also helps great deal with viewership. I never got good views off of X. I don't know. I'm gonna retry. You guys convinced me. As I looked into it, I'm gonna try it here. I've been paying for it for fuck knows who long, which makes me mad because I mean that could have been a few cheeseburgers or some shit. I'm gonna do some streaming on Monday, and I'm gonna see how it all works out. I do have the ability to do so. The one thing is, I read you guys' messages using this. This is how I read it. I'm going to have to use this, and you see how there's some comments right here. If I could slide this, oops. I'm going to have to read all of your comments from here. There we go. That's probably the best way to do that. Except it always says subscribers only mode. Like I am a fucking I'm the owner of the channel. Let me talk on my thing. So I might have to change that up a little bit more here. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to be You know, I can go to live dashboard. That's cool. That's what I just showed you guys a few minutes ago. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to have to do here is use this, which is something I'm not used to doing, I would say. But if I can stream on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all that type of stuff at the same time, you better believe I'm going to give it a shot and see how it works out. Again, I'm going to have to change this where I'm streaming in 1080 and not in 4K. So HD instead of 4K. It's a big difference to me just because I want everything to look nice and crisp and stuff. But like if you guys go to your little setting on your phone, you know, how many of you guys are actually watching this in 4K? Or are you guys just instinctively watching this in 1080p? So that's also something that I probably didn't think too much about. So right here, Kick and Twitch are very small viewership sites. X and Insta are much better. Kick and Twitch. I'll have to keep that in mind. I mean, if I can do it all at the same time, I might as well. That's my point I'm thinking here. TikTok is definitely going to be something I'm interested in. X, yes. Insta, yes. You know, I'll give it a shot. I mean, as long as I can figure out the best way to set everything up, I think it'll work out. When I'm setting everything up, I'm hoping I can set it up from one station and it goes to all the other places and it kind of makes everything for me. The title, all that type of stuff is good. So I don't have to worry about adding everything like, you know, secondary, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that'll be the case because I don't like using the Facebook's streaming services. I honestly hate it just because of the way they have their back end was designed so poorly, in my opinion. That's just hard for me to go in there. But this was like 2 years ago. I think the last time I tried multi-streaming. So, yeah, but maybe it's gone better. Big swings in FFIE. Oh, yeah. I mean, at that point, you just kind of want to buy some and go along. And that's the only way I can think about it here. Can't either put them on there, just not sure if it's worth effort. See, that's the thing. Depends on how much effort. If it's not much effort, I can totally do that. I'd be happy to do that. Twitch is fine. Kick is fine. You know, just to get my name out there a little bit more. But if I gotta like spend like an hour set up for this type of shit, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Normally for this stream, it usually takes about a half an hour set up. And that's me get all the windows and tabs open, getting everything open I needed to, opening up the software, making sure my camera's in the right spot. And then from there, I open up all the tabs, and then I look and see if there's any big news events going on. Of course, today that was actually really easy because everybody's still talking about the Donald Trump and Joe Biden debate and how it was a complete clusterfuck. Biden's brain wasn't there. The media is trying to cover for him right now. I don't exactly know how the fuck they're doing that, but like they're trying to spin it. I mean, they're trying to spin that shit. But like, this is where I don't watch the news because the news, in effect, is kind of like this straight, like it's like pure gaslighting at this point. Like we all saw what we saw. We all saw it, right? But the news will even last night, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they were in disbelief. Going on today, they're going to act like it wasn't a big deal, you know? And they're going to slowly adjust from this was a horrible night to it was just one bad debate performance. He is normally very, very upbeat and stuff like that. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is why I don't watch news. It makes me paranoid because I'm like, dude, they're lying to me. Well, yeah, they're lying to you, but you just got to live with it. Accept it. Turn off the TV. Go on a walk. Go chill out. That's the type of stuff I do. In real life, tilted by out-of-date, touch mentally handicapped political debate. It was, I don't even know how to describe it, Zagger. It was rough to watch in real time. It was really, really rough. Just rough. I mean, like, that's what the system gave us. I don't know. I agree if you can automate it, it's well worth the initial setup time. Yeah, exactly. If I can figure out a good workflow for it, I think I can do it pretty efficiently here. I don't think it'll be too difficult, to be honest. It's just resetting everything up, making sure that everything works out, doing a couple tests. Like, it's probably going to be a shitstorm on Monday when I test it all out, but I think it's worth having that shitstorm as I learn more about how to utilize the multi-streaming technology, especially since I've been paying for it. That $19 a month, I remember I paid for it just to test it out, but I never tested it out, and I got ADHD. I just kind of forget things sometimes. Yeah, I've been paying for that for no reason. We need voodoo magic for Ethereum to run. Oh man, I'm sure you can find some voodoo people. Go to Bitcoin Nashville. There's gonna be some people. They're probably gonna be spiting Ethereum though, not going, not going all pro Bitcoin. Mike, I think FFEI is going bankrupt. I will not touch that. Oh, no. It's a YOLO play. It's the same as going and gambling because it's been having these crazy run-ups and such. That if you buy low, it has a potential to go up like 60, 70%, and you could sell out. But if it doesn't, it's like just going to the casino, you're like, oh, I lost. You put that on your tax supports, and it's like a loss on the taxes. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy way to invest. Yeah, it's not like, there's not a professional thought going into it. It's much more of like, oh, we're having fun type of stuff. Don't think about it as something professional. Yeah, FFIE, that thing is just, yeah, that's not that good. Elder abuse, oh yeah, it just, yeah, it would something not good. Hey Steve, the debate made America look weak and stupid. That's what I think was actually the most concerning part. Not just because all of us as a country are like, what the fuck is this we're watching? Everybody around the world was watching that as well, and you could only imagine what was going through their heads as they watched that thing. I mean, heck, even just the Latin American countries to our south, Canada to the north, you know, China, Europe, Africa. We talked about this other yesterday. Even India. I'm like, my God, like, what the heck is going on right now? And just imagine what was going through their head. Like, as soon as like Biden came out and he started talking, they were like, what? Oh no! And then Trump came out. He wasn't that best. He wasn't the best either. And it just, everybody realized that those were the two options. Let's see. Hold on a second here. There you go. Sorry, I got a message. Kilo needle. I don't know. I can't read into the weeds that much. I'm not that intelligent. Imagine if Dems announced a crypto positive candidate to replace Biden. You think that would cause a decent run up? That would cause a great run up. And you know, even before that, I believe they would have the power to force Gary Gensler to just not be fucking insane. Like here, we just talked about this, and I'm sorry I don't have it saved up here. I should have had it saved up. Presidential debate. Let me just find. Oh, there. Look at that. Let's just go to the actual page here. SEC sues consensus. I don't know how to pronounce this. Caseoh. I don't know what the heck that is. Calls MetaMask an unregulated securities broker. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is suing that name. According to a recent court filing, the agency has alleged crypto wallet provider MetaMask brokered securities transactions for retail investors and engaged in the offer of and sale of securities. The complaint accuses that place of violating federal securities laws by failing to register as a broker and failing to register the offer and sale of certain securities since 2016. Moreover, the agency confirms that the company deprived investors of crucial protections that those laws could afford. Anything else? Let's see. In a new filing made by the Eastern District of New York, the SEC has sued blockchain software company. Oh, this is interesting because now that this has gone through, a lot of these cases aren't going to be tried inside the SEC based off of the new announcement that came out by the Supreme Court. A lot of this stuff is going to go over to a jury, which means it's going to be more of a jury trial. And if this is more of a jury trial, I'm not saying everybody owns crypto, but there might be one person who owns crypto that might be like, hey, that's wrong. That's not illegal. I'm going to cause a hung trial, or we're going to vote not guilty. I think they're just doing this for show at this point, right? I think this is just for show. And again, I don't know why Joe Biden has chosen to be so anti-crypto. Because that's opened the door for Donald Trump and RFK to come in here and give crypto a big little hug and be all nice and friendly with it. when I don't know if they would have otherwise been if it wasn't for Joe Biden being so like, I'm gonna fucking kill that crypto sucker. You know, he's acting like crypto slept with his wife or something like that. And that's the type of guy. He's like, you don't gotta do that. And you know, I just don't think he understands it. I just don't. So because of that, you know, Trump and RFK, like I said, they've just been able to come in there. And like we talked about before, when it came to Bitcoin Nashville, I was talking with their team earlier. You know, oh, let me see. There you go. Because they're currently in talks with Trump to come and speak at the event. That just led to an insane amount of media people that are coming to get looking to get passes as well, and they're pretty much running out of passes. So right now, who they have is Russell Brand, RFK, Kathy Wood, Michael Saylor, Edward Snowden, Vivek, Senator Bill Hagerty, and Senator Marsha Blackburn. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, and I just refuse to acknowledge him because I don't know who he is. And then, you know, possibly they'll probably have one big speaker fed or something like that, Donald Trump, which will just be crazy. Because look at this auditorium, you know, these types of things will just cause people to go insane. And what it'll do is it'll turn the entire fucking thing into a Trump rally, which will be, I mean, it'll be interesting to be a part of that because I've never actually been to a Trump rally. But you can just imagine the roaring and the crazy shit, the political deals going on in the background. It's going to open up a whole lot of new doors here, a whole lot of new doors. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. If you guys want tickets to the event, they're like in 6 hours. Actually, it goes up towards the prices go up, so be careful there. But the industry pass is kind of expensive even now. The festival pass, it's not all days, but it's $549. Industry pass is $2,400. Whale pass is $9,000, and the after party t-shirt bundle is $100. I don't know. I could probably get into an after party for free. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, interesting times ahead. What can I say? Voodoo Magic, Michael. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay, I see what you're talking about. What do you call it? Last time I've actually thought about Voodoo Magic was when I watched that old Scooby-Doo movie where they met the voodoo guy on the island with they were doing voodoo stuff a long time ago. It always seems like we have to vote for the lesser of two evils. Of course we do. That's the way the system works. Remember, our votes don't really matter all too much because the people put in front of us are not decided by the people. You know, it's not like a group of people in like Seattle and Washington or, you know, in Idaho and Oregon all get together and it's like, hey, let's put together our candidate. You know, they don't do that. And instead, the system pops somebody out and that person's already been vetted and selected by all these rich people. And so that's why we have Trump. That's why we have Biden. Neither one is like a great candidate, if you ask me. It's just that, you know, I think South Park makes it giant queef and a turd sandwich or something like that. Those are our options. No, a giant douche. Giant douche and a turd sandwich. You know, it is what it is. Again, I just want some type of stability. I don't like the way the world is like fucking heading towards World War III. Like I don't want world wars and shit. A little bit of inflation, I don't like it at all. It's easier for me to absorb than most people. But damn, wars, I don't like wars. I want kind of some peace and quiet right now. You know, I'm over in Washington. Remember, Russia's just across the pond, as they call it. No, that's the Atlantic. They call it pond. But you guys get what I'm saying. Let's just hope things don't get worse. Let's just hope they don't become worse, right? Hi from Lithuania. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Edward Snowden as speaker? Yeah, I'm assuming they have him on some type of monitor for the event because I don't think he'll actually be there, but I think he'll just be on some type of screen. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of wild stuff going on this cycle. And again, we're I don't know much about Nashville, honestly. Nashville, Tennessee. I hate how I can open up an incognito mode and they can actually remember what I've typed in previously through incognito mode. I don't like that. So here's Nashville. I don't recall which hotel I'm staying at, but it's some hotel over here. And the event is going to happen at this thing. Can I drive past it? Oh, that's actually a building. Oh, okay. Oh, this whole thing is a building. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Okay. I thought it was just a field or some shit. Okay, well, let's hop into the field. Oh, even weirder stuff. Okay. Okay, this is mind-boggling me a little bit. Okay, front. Yeah, there you go. Is it this one? It has to be this one. Terrace. Yeah, it has to be this one because all the doors and stuff. Yeah. So it's this place. It'll be packed. It'll be busy. It'll be a good time. Convention center. Let me just see if I can find out the inside of it. Right. Convention-y stuff. Not really many pictures though, honestly. Yeah, there's only like 4 pictures of it. That's interesting. But yeah, so should be fun. Also, I think I got a hotel a few blocks away from this Broadway street because the Broadway street looks like it's supposed to be really fun. So I'm gonna go on a walk around this place. See how there's actually like people walking? You don't see this too much. You know? Now I'm gonna be wearing a fucking suit, so I don't feel like I'm gonna fit in there just right away. But we'll see how that works out. But yeah, just imagine everybody trying to get here to see Trump. Oh, it's gonna be chaotic. Very, very chaotic. Nashville, yeah, a lot of music are there. I used to live in Nashville. There's a convention center specifically built for things like this, and boat shows. Oh, I like a good boat show. Mostly because I'm never going to own a boat, but I just like looking at them because they look so good. I want to have one of those nice sailboats where there's like a nice under compartment, which is not massive, but enough for like 2 people. And then you can go up and you can walk on the deck a little bit. But if you fall off, you're kind of fucked because they don't just keep on sailing without you. Those type of boats are sweet. Nice wooden frame and things like that. Over here in Tacoma, close to where I live, we actually have this thing called the Tall Ships of Tacoma, which is one of my favorite things to go to every year. Let's see. Can I go over here? Images. So basically in the Tacoma Bay, there's just like a bunch of old ships that come running through, and they're pretty darn awesome. Oh, you guys can't see that. Open image new tab. Like that. A whole bunch of boats just come floating through, and they look just awesome. I wish there was a better picture, because remember, I used to have the view of the water. No. What could you guys see here? Tasha's organization. No, I don't think it's the organization. Let's see. No, it's not that one. Where is it at? Festival. It's 2020. Let's see. Tall Ship Odyssey. I gotta find it. It still goes on because I remember going to it a couple years ago. But what do you call? Definitely worth going to. You just need to watch a bunch of cool ships. Bitcoin, hurry up, I want jewels. Bitcoin is an abysmal state right now. It's just fucking horrible. I wish it gets a little bit better, a little bit easier here, guys. But it's definitely just been taking time away from me. You guys having a good time, making a bunch of money. We're definitely in this like very slow dollar cost averaging type of mode where, you know, really a lot of people are probably dollar cost averaging Bitcoin itself because Bitcoin has been much more stable. So altcoins, you have to take on a lot more risk, which is why when we talk about altcoins and buying into them, we're talking about like 20 bucks a week, 50 bucks a week. If you're really crazy, 100 bucks a week, but you're talking about ththose small amounts of money because it's going to add up to be something great when all this is over. And if Bitcoin miraculously turns bullish very, very fast, you can start to add more money week by week if you want to. But yeah, it's just, we're just in a horrible state of things, right? I rode the duck boats in Seattle once. They used World War II landing craft and something like that. They stopped doing it, I think. Oh, there was a big accident. Yeah, there was a big accident that one of those things got into. I don't know if they still have them up here, but I know they have them in other places. I saw them down in... I went somewhere recently, and I think it might have been just Austin a few weeks ago. I think they had some. I don't know if Austin actually, maybe Austin has a river. Yeah, Austin does have a river. I remember. Yeah. But yeah, they had a big accident out here in Seattle. I don't even think we have them anymore. I think the lawsuit like killed the company or something like that. The local company, I would say. Let's see. Check out the FFIE. I mean, it did pop up for a little bit here. How much was this initial move in the morning after it kind of plummeted? Came up like 22%. Yeah, it's topping off right now. Dip and rip going into next week. I'm hoping this ends up being something good here, because this thing crashed, then came back up. My last option expires all the way over here in August, so I'm hoping it can continue to move higher, because this thing has obviously been going down, down, down for a very, 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 very long time. Oh, XLM is actually doing a little bit of positive today. Stable coins, of course. Leo's been the weirdest thing ever. It doesn't do much shit here. Leo, I don't know if any of you guys looked at this. I about $400 worth of it. It's been around for a while, but it's just been one of the more boring things I've seen here. Definitely one of the more boring things that I've seen. Let me see if I can find it here. One of my friends convinced me to buy it. Right. Eunice said Leo, it's like a $5 billion market cap here, so it's not like it's a cheap thing that you guys want to go buy, but, you know, delivering digital freedom, the world's leading digital asset exchange. Oh, Bitfinex. Which one was this? Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's still holding on pretty strongly, which is always kind of interesting here. I'm wanting to see how this is actually going to turn out, or if it will do anything good at all. The only reason I really bought it, though, is just because of the way this chart looks. The volatility for this thing is just weird. Very, 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 very weird. Hey, Sam, do I see Bitcoin will shape up on Monday, or will we have a repeat of this week? I don't know if there's much data that can help us out next week besides the dollar index finding an excuse to come back down from a technical perspective. If we were to kind of zoom in here and look at this chart very fast, I think what may be likely to happen if things don't turn around and we actually continue going down here, which is still the case because everything is bearish, right? So things would tell you that we are going to head down, is that we might be heading for something more like this, where we do eventually come back down here, and where we might have to have something like this going on, where we have to flag before coming back up, and where maybe, I don't see how, but, and theoretically this could turn into some type of massive cup and handle. I don't think we've had enough time for that. I mean, I think the time has passed for that, but we're looking for that breakout to happen over here. And that could happen in September, just, you know, September, October, sometime over here. It's not going to happen in July. It's not going to happen in August. You know, it's going to happen fall to winter times, basically. Yeah, and so we'll see. September would be our best guess, and that's, I guess you could call that the end of summer, or yeah, end of summer perhaps. That's my birthday, so hopefully Bitcoin's up by then. I don't think we're going to have some type of crazy move back down below the 40s and do all that type of stuff. No, I think we're just looking for some type of breakout to occur, and we'll have opportunities within this period of time to kind of be in a little bit more of a happy mood. But typically what that is when we have small breakouts like we did back over here on the daily chart. We can see we had this move down, right? We break out and then we go higher. You just have to wait for momentum to be on your side, because when momentum like hops on over here with no bullish change of character, nothing really happens. We have to wait for that change of character. So if you are looking for a reason to trade and go like be more excited, because right now obviously the goal for the shorts here is to push us back down below the 200 daily moving average and start pushing us back down here towards 52,000. That's the goal right now because of the way CPI has been, PPI has been, And even though they've been good the last month, Jerome Powell, I don't know why I'm snapping, but you guys get the point. Jerome Powell has been turned into much more of a hawkish machine here. Again, despite all that, if you want to be excited about Bitcoin for at least a week or longer, really just wait for us to have a bullish change of character. That's the whole way I view this right now. That change of character plus the momentum that will guide us straight and true. But until that happens, this is a shorter's market right now where you're looking to short Bitcoin and other assets. Maybe not exactly this moment because we're at a big level of support, but if we start breaking down below that level of support, you better believe it's going to be another big roller coaster ride. But your initial question was, we're mostly going to have a repeat unless there's something that good that can happen this weekend. I just don't know what the good that could happen this weekend would be, right? Fingers crossed for FFIE. It looks like you can set up for a dip and rip here. There we go. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it a day for the stream, though. I got to take a look outside to exercise because I'm going to go out pretty soon. I got to talk with the guy that's going to be mediating my panel tomorrow at the convention place that I'm going to for the expo. And I got to figure out exactly what we're going to be talking about. So I'm not just like, oh, you're going to ask me this question, you're going to ask me this question, that type of stuff. Because I'm much more of a trader. But if he wants to know the intricacies of the blockchain, I'd be like, fuck, I don't know that. Stuff. I know a little bit about blockchain, but I'm not going to be the most detailed guy out there for that type of stuff. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Relax. It's Bitcoin. It's having its own little rough day here. I understand that. If Bitcoin's still coming down a lot when I'm back home around like 1 o'clock this morning, I'll definitely be willing to stream for you guys for a little bit here. And then also, before I leave, actually, too, with the multi-streaming starting on Monday, that type of stuff, you are going to see me start putting out more content on Twitter, TikTok, and me just doing stuff, basically. YouTube, I'll do much more posting. I'm going to figure out if I can do more video content for it. But my goal is to have like an extra $1,500 a month doing all this stuff where I can hire a full-time editor that got locked up. I think the goal for that one is just to put out a lot of content that's high quality and then stick to streaming for most things. My day-to-day content will be that way until I get the editor. It'll be nice, normal stuff that you guys all know and love. But I think as soon as we start up this multi-streaming stuff, I think things might get kind of fun and more interesting. So I'm going to learn more about it this weekend and figure out how to update everything. So we'll see how it works out. Thanks for joining, everybody, and hope you guys all have a good day. Loki also says, have a good night. Loki, oh, look at you. Oh, you're such a good boy, aren't you? Yeah. So, have a good night, everybody, or good day, everybody. Thanks.